Happening on the news, Ben.
Alright guys, we're back with part 2. Let's see what we got for our video game news this month. Right. Okay, so I got some recent stuff, like something that happened last night, which was really cool.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't watch it.
Right.
I didn't watch
Super
it.
recent.
THQ showcase happened, like the THQ Nordic. They're called Nordic now, aren't they?
Okay.
And they revealed that they're making a new Darksiders game. Do you remember Darksiders?
Yeah, there's like 3 games, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's 3. It might be 4. There's a co-op one as well, isn't there? It's like a 4th one that's like a co-op one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played the co-op one. I actually only ever played the first one, and I quite enjoyed it, but I never got around to playing the second one, or the third.
Okay.
But
Not
yeah,
bad
a new
even.
Darksiders game, which is pretty cool, because that's like kind of a dormant IP at this point. It's been gone away for a long time.
Yeah, that's cool that it's coming back. That's wicked. I've never played Darksiders before, but it's like a...
Oh, you would like Darksiders 1 and 2, I think.
Is it
I
might get hate for this, but take it from someone who has not played it before and has only seen like small tidbits of gameplay. Isn't it like the old God of War games?
So Darksiders 1 is like a mix between
Action game, isn't it?
the old God of War and Zelda.
And Zelda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Legend of Zelda.
Do you mean like retro Legend of Zelda?
No, I mean like, well,
Legend of
kind of
Zelda,
like
like elements of it and
3D,
shit.
3D Zelda.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Ocarina of Time or something like
Oh, okay. You need to get gadgets
that.
to
Like the classic
navigate
dungeon
and shit like
formula.
that. And dungeons.
The dungeon formula.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds pretty
So
sweet.
it's a bit like God of War / Zelda.
Yeah, it's been on my radar for a little bit. I just need to find the time to get
You would
onto
probably
that.
like it. Aesthetic's really good as well.
Yeah, probably.
I've only ever played the first one. I actually would like to play the second one. I just
okay.
never got around to it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think they're
cool.
all on Switch.
Sweet. Alright, so rejoice Darksiders fans and well done.
Yeah. Okay. Video game voice actors are going on strike.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you heard about this.
Yeah, I've heard things from certain avenues, sources. I don't really know a good name to call them, to be honest. But there's been quite a fair bit going on with the voice acting community.
Unfortunately, like I think they're valid to go on strike for this, because basically the whole argument is like the companies are like, sign this contract, and they're like, okay, but we don't want you to use our voices for AI or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's the big one.
they're like, sign the contract.
Sign your life away.
No, like they argue, like, because they want to use, companies basically want to take their voices and then be able to like replicate them without them being there,
without
and
paying
just have a
people.
one-time payment.
Fuck off, that's so
like,
bad.
It's so bad. Like, they want to use their voices to train AI, basically.
That's oppression, that is. So
yeah,
absolutely unionize and go and strike that shit, because that is bollocked beyond belief.
Yeah.
Like, there are people who don't just want to get paid a good amount for their effort, but they're also really into the art, and they want to act, and they want to embody these loved characters in a lot of games. So when you give it to an AI, not only are you robbing voice actors of that joy, but also AIs are fucking soulless machines, and when you know that's AI, it completely robs a lot of the personality behind said characters that are being voiced, and it just sucks. Just because these companies are greedy and don't want to pay people.
Like, they want to use their voices to train their AI. It's like,
and their voices, yeah. Like, that is their voice. That is like, that feels like selling your soul almost.
Yeah, it's really scummy.
That's so scummy. Yeah, that is disgusting. I do not agree. I'm not a fan of that
at all. Yeah, so I understand why they're going on strike. I hope it's successful, because like that, companies just push it too far, man. Sometimes they just want to get away with more and more and more.
Yeah, so this is evolution. It's gonna make things easier for everyone, except sometimes it comes to downright oppression for people involved in it. Fucking stop. Just pay your fucking voice actors. They do a good job, but they want to do it. They want to act, and they're good at acting.
Yeah, it is honestly sad. Like,
loads of voice acting drama.
Yeah,
there's loads.
But this happened like not with voice actors specifically, but didn't this happen like with like movie stars like a while ago? There was a massive actors strike and stuff.
Yeah, there was. There was a big writers strike as well.
this exact same issue was appearing with actors as well. With the, I can't remember, it was like AI or something then.
It's always AI, yeah.
Yeah. Like, because it wanted to use their like body and stuff on.
Oh no. Yeah, it's getting bad now. People are really abusing the level of technology that we have got nowadays. It feels like to the point where it's not really making things easier for other people, except for the companies who want to use it.
Yeah. So cool. I really hope that Strike actually does achieve results, because I really don't want AI to take over like voice acting.
Yes.
That would be really sad.
Speaking of unions, and was it Bethesda that have recently unionized?
Oh right, yeah.
That's a really big company for that, which is pretty great, because it hopefully means that will spur other people who have not got it great in other companies to hopefully do so.
Do you want to hear about a company that's not got it great?
Who? Oh, which one
Bungie.
This time? Oh, don't even.
They cut like I think it was like 150 to 200 staff members.
Ah.
Let me check.
Oh.
Is Bungie recently?
I swear we have to talk about this every single month. There's a fucking layoff thing going on.
Do you want to hear something really disgusting, right? Because it was on Twitter. One of the like people who got laid off.
Yeah.
He said that the CEO invited him round to the what's his name? What's
oh
the
dear God.
name? Invited him round to the his house or whatever. And like it was just 2 days before he was laying this guy off. He didn't even know he was getting laid off. It was just 2 days before, and he was like showing him these like classic cars he bought.
It's just
yeah, he was showing them like these classic cars he bought, like, and it was over on the socials, and everyone was like flaming him. I can't remember his name now. Hold on. But yeah, it's just like, oh man, these CEOs are so scummy.
Yeah, I've not really got words, man. That's salt on the wound, definitely, and it's definitely like a massive giant eyebrow raise to the point that my eyebrow has detached itself from my head, because like, why would you? Like, did the CEO know that it was gonna happen 2 days prior?
Yeah, of course he did. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but I've got to say, like, they know it's happening. They're the ones in charge of it. It was a choice-based thing, right? CEO's like one of the people at the top. They definitely know about it in advance. Man,
that's sad. I don't even wanna. Every single month we've got to talk about layoffs.
Peter Persons, that's his name.
Every single time. That reminds me of was it the PlayStation one? Where the guy literally came in to like say, oh, you guys are doing fantastic, and then the next day after, that's when the layoffs happened, right? Yeah, that's so good. That's like emotional abuse.
Criticized from staff from spending millions on classic cars since the studio was published by Sony because Sony bought Bungie, didn't they, in 2022? Yeah. And then he goes out and buys like these lavish car collections.
Way to fuck up people's feelings, mate.
Brutal layoff. Yeah. Yeah, well, arsehole Peter Persons.
Filth.
Arsehole CEO
filth.
Peter Persons.
What's new? Ben, let's talk about something that's pretty cool, pretty awesome, something that's not a downer. Let's talk about some.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's try. Okay, I've got some.
Because there are some cool announcements that have happened, and I guess I could talk about the other things that's been going on as well. But Ben, are you into fighting games?
Oh, I like some here and there, but I'm not very like.
Do you consider them like a fun sport to watch?
Yeah, they're fun sport to watch.
Yeah, I am definitely not of the MMO kind of like e-sport, like people like, you know, standing there in their team uniform with their arms crossed kind of thing. But Evo 2024 has been pretty awesome. And that's kind of like the only sort of like competitive live gaming event that I usually go for. Because fighting games are always entertaining to watch, and especially when it comes to the pros.
When you watch like high level play.
Yeah, man, it's been a really good one this year. I've been watching a bit here and there. I've not really had a lot of time to watch it fully, so I've not had time to watch a lot of losers finals. I've not really had a lot of time to look at runner-ups, but I've been watching the finals for a lot of them. And there have been some names that I know of that have been doing really well this year and have done really well. So I watched the finals for Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive, And Punk, who I believe it is from the United States, and has been looking to get a victory for a very long time. And he finally got it. And
nice.
Yeah, it was oh man, yeah, it was Punk versus, I think, Big Bird. It was Punk's Cammy versus Big Bird's Rashid. And holy shit, man, when you watch like the people who are the best at what they do just go at it in a big old final round between like two of the most skilled players ever. Yeah, oh my god, it's kind of insane, man. It's
electrifying.
It gets really tense as well, because like none of them were washes either. It was like really equal kind of like matches going on. Like they're equally skilled, and like yeah, there were some massive plays there, and it happened so fast. Like everything happened so fast in a blink of an eye that you're just like focused and you're really sucked into the hype of the match, and you really get into it.
Doesn't it make you feel like you know how people there's like levels to like certain fighting games, like mechanics wise, right?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it make you feel like you just do not know the mechanics when you watch other people like who are like the best of the best play these games? Or it just like puts you like, wow, I really don't know how to play this game.
it depends, not kind of, but the thing is that it's even more better when you do know the mechanics. Because people are using these mechanics in godlike ways that you wouldn't have thought they'd use them before. So, like, for example, Guilty Gear Strive has got, like, you know, rapid cancels and guard cancels and all that stuff, and like and iframe backdashes. Like, holy shit! In the final leg of Guilty Gear Strive finals, which was Nitro and I think it was Tatumi, between a Jack-o'-lantern and a Soul Bad Guy. Oh, there was an absolutely juicy fucking hard read backstep, because mostly in fighting games when you do a backstep, it's got iframes. And Nitro, who was Jacko, who won it by the way, which is incredible, because like Soul Bad Guy is a big like top tier character in that game. He's like really big, high, rush down, don't let people breathe. If you get hit by him, you're gonna fucking lose half your health kind of characters. Whereas Jack-o'-lantern is a really unconventional setup, sort of like she puts minions on the ground and she gets it, so you're completely locked in, and it takes really massive amounts of execution to make sure that the plan goes well. Like you get them in guard strings, and it's like she's got her mix-up potential is kind of nuts. And to see an unconventional character just use the game's mechanics in a way like, so Soul Bad Guy is using like I can't remember the name of the move now. It wasn't Bandit Bringer. It was, no one uses Bandit Bringer anymore. It was a big like dash like stinger move, and the Jacko did a back dash, so it basically she was invincible while she was doing it, and Soul Bad Guy jumps right into her range, and it's a massive fucking punish after because of the recovery frames and the so on. It's like, man, how on earth did he get that read with a fucking backdash of all things? And it elevates the hype so much when you know what the mechanics are to a certain game, when high level players are doing it. And yeah, it was really amazing, like really good Guilty Gear Strive finals. And so was Street Fighter 6. It was Cammy versus Rashid, and Rashid is a kind of like a what do you call it when a character's on the floor and you use like a move to lock them down when they get up? There's a certain fighting game term to it that I can't remember. But Rashid's really good at it, and Cammy is a super fast rushdown character where it's not a lot of strength, but she's really quick. And I'm definitely more of like a fan of quick rushdown characters as opposed to like big unga bunga bam, if you get hit by a punish you're dead kind of like characters. And it was really close, and Punk's Cammy eked it out, and it's just being that one final where whoever wins this, they take it, a kind of moment comes in, and it gets really tense. And yeah, man, it was exhilarating. And then they win, and then you see the crowd go wild, and then you see the actual competitor just like literally like it's still in the sort of mode where they just cannot fucking believe it. It must be so stressful because they get loads of money for winning these things. They are big, huge cash payouts. So much is already on the line already. And
is it like life-changing money now? Or is it like, no?
Oh yeah, you're like set for years if you win like a finals in video games nowadays. Even in esports in general, not just Evo 2024.
I didn't know there was like that much money in it now. It's kind of crazy how much it's grown.
I know. Yeah, it's got massive. But yeah, other esports I'm definitely not like the biggest fan of. I think it's kind of like, I mean, like good for the quote unquote athletes that they call them doing their thing. It's just not really my cup of tea, to be honest. But I've loved fighting games since I was like a really young teenager, and I was watching like Assist Me on Machinima from Maximilian, dude. And even though I myself am not fantastic at fighting games, I have played a few here and there, but I love watching people play fighting games too. And so seeing these people who have literally fought all the way to the finals and then just duke it out on a really intense match utilizing all the mechanics to the best ability is pretty exhilarating to watch.
No, I get that.
So yeah, this year of EVO was fantastic, and it wasn't just because of the matches either, because we got some massive announcements too from EVO 2024. So okay, so I can talk to you about them then, because there's some that would surprise you too. So I'll get the big elephant of the room out of the way. So Harada lied, as usual. This is the director for Tekken. So I don't know if you know the ending to Tekken 7, Ben.
I haven't seen the ending for Tekken.
So you know Kazuya, you know, Smash Bros guy. He is the son of Heihachi Mishima, who you must know. Heihachi is one of the most iconic fighting game characters ever, right? So Kazuya and Heihachi have a big old fight in a volcano, because Tekken's a dumb series, but we love it for that. Kazuya wins, and he chucks Heihachi in a volcano, because that's what the family do, you know, they beat up their family members and chuck them off cliffs and shit all the time. So Kazuya does that to Heihachi in a volcano. And one of the big announcements is that Heihachi has been revealed as a character for Tekken 8. So he's not fucking dead. Man got shot in a volcano and he lived.
He's gonna be like a singed version of himself or something. Yeah,
and the producer the producer went on record to say that he was well and truly dead. That was it. Out of the series. Albert Wesker death, not coming back. Dead forever. That's it. Confirmed. Fucking what a liar. We cannot trust. He's one of those producers where you cannot trust a word that he says.
Type.
Little bit. Massive troll, yeah. Dude is constantly on Twitter just like trolling people. It's kind of funny actually. Yeah, Katsuhiro Harada back at it again. But that was the biggest reveal I would say for EVO 2024.
What else was there?
Because it's Heihachi. And also, you've got the Season 1 pass, and I think Eddie Gordo's coming back, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
He's the dancer guy, you remember him?
Yeah, I remember the dancer.
The dancer star. And they're also getting a collab with Nike, which is fucking funny.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, so Jin's out to ruin Kazuya's Nike trainers. In a big old family feud once again. There's a big like 1 minute trailer of them just wearing like Nikes and just.
How do you feel about brand placement like that in video games though?
I think it's dumb, but I also think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it works in fighting games.
It works in fighting games, but it's just silly. It's super commercial. It's absolutely the most commercial thing in the world, but they do it in such an endearing way that I can't like. It's not. There's no harm done, to be honest. It's just stupid. It's just really funny. It's just advertisement at its silliest.
Oh man.
Another one is that we got a first look at Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6. And
he's coming back.
Yep, well he's there and he looks really great in Street Fighter 6. So he's got a really big dumb smile as he usually does in the hyper I think it's RE engine that they're using for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, the RE engine for Street Fighter 6,
Which means people are very much looking forward.
Expressions that they can do
So people are really looking forward to seeing Maya Shiranui for legitimate reasons when she gets revealed.
Of course,
in 3D too.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Granblue got some characters as well. Is
Granblue still going?
Yeah, Granblue Fantasy Versus is still going. I've not played that game in ages, but it's the last fighting game I did play, and it's a pretty fun game. It's very grounded, but I enjoy it a lot. It's pretty good. King of Fighters 15 is getting mature, and Vice, they're massive like waifus, which is pretty sweet. City of Wolves, Fatal Fury has got some characters too. There's a Kevin Rian, I think his second name is, which is coming into the fray. Oh yeah, there's SNK versus Capcom Chaos, which is pretty cool.
Wait, a new game or?
Yeah. So do you remember SNK and Capcom had a crossover fighting game in 2003?
years ago.
Years ago, yeah. Well, they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back.
Oh, what is it, like a new game, or is it just
it's an old game with more stuff in it. It's got rollback netcode.
Okay, so it's a re-release.
Yeah,
re-release.
Yeah, re-release. That's really cool. More accessibility and stuff. Oh yeah. So, all right, Ben. So you ready for the Guilty Gear characters?
Oh, what you got now?
So I don't know if you heard about this. So they're bringing back old favorites. So Dizzy's coming back. She's got a really cool redesign.
Is this for Guilty Gear Strive?
Guilty Gear Strive, yeah. Dizzy's coming back. She was an old gear back in the lore of Guilty Gear, and is also Kai Kizuke's wife, and she looks awesome. Her name is now Queen Dizzy, because obviously in the story, Kizuke is also the king of a country. Venom is coming back. There's a new character called Unica, and I think they're a character in the Guilty Gear anime that's coming out. So that's going to be pretty good advertising for them.
There's a Guilty Gear anime coming out?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Speaking of anime, Ben, they finally got guest characters.
Oh.
They finally got guest characters.
Wait, what are the guest characters?
Ben, you've watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lucy is going to be a guest character.
Lucy's going to be a character.
Yeah, Lucy's going to be a character.
She, I think she'd fit right in, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, the art style already is a pretty good dead ringer for a Guilty Gear character, right?
Yeah.
And of course, that anime is pretty beautiful as well, and Guilty Gear is already like super state-of-the-art anime-like graphics. And that's a really crazy guest character announcement, in my opinion. Like a Cyberpunk of all things, and it's Edgerunners too.
I'm looking at the announcement for her, and I'm like, yeah, no, I think she fits right in.
Yeah, man.
Character-wise.
So I've got a sneaking suspicion that her moveset will be disabling mechanics. Because she's a netrunner, right? She's a hacker.
Yeah.
So she'll be doing the whole Cyberpunk 2020 Cyberpunk in their 20s whole like run build of just like disabling shit and making people's brains blow up and making them attack each other and shit like that.
Maybe she can cancel out attacks.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be a really interesting move soon to get around to it. That's what I think it's gonna be.
You still play Strive, or have you like not?
I have not played Strive in a year and a bit, but I still watch people play it. Yeah. And I don't know if this will make me go back to it, but I'm excited to see other people play her. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, a lot of people really wanted Rebecca as a playable character in Guilty Gear Strive, which sounds cool, but also I'm thinking she's just like a little girl with a shotgun, and it's like it kind of fills that role already in the roster. Yeah. So I think Lucy is a good shout because she seems a bit more unique in contrast to the rest of the cast they've already got in Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
And of course David can't come back because of reasons. So it's great to see Lucy come back, and I'm wondering because Guilty Gear lore is already balmy as fuck. So how are they gonna fit the Cyberpunk lore into that as well?
I don't know.
Because it's already manic as it is.
It might not be It might not be like canon though. It might just be like not canon.
Yeah, but head canon is also fun, and it's also gonna be lore to Guilty Gear. So. Yeah, I'm wondering how it's going. Yeah,
so all round pretty good announcements from Evo this year.
Yeah, it's been a pretty stacked Evo, mate. Oh, and I suppose we could talk about this. This is also an announcement at Evo. Multiverses is also bringing Samurai Jack and Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Oh no, man. I
don't know. Multiverse has kind of dropped off because of like the way it like.
The live service stuff is just a massive turn off for me.
Stuff is a massive turn off, and then like they took the game down for like a really long time.
That was weird, yeah.
And then they brought it back, like so everyone thought, oh, they're gonna bring it out as like not a live service game. They realised the error of their ways, and they're like, no,
it's still a live service.
And they called that a beta as well, didn't they? After, even though it was like a full release,
something like that.
That was really weird. Yeah,
I mean, I played the first build of Multiverses, and it was okay. Like, it's Smash Bros, but a lot of what these Smash likes are missing is that
the heart.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of like cool references, and the crossovers are really cool. I'll give it that much, but it just doesn't feel as like
good,
solid to play. It just feels like Oh no, there's not really a lot of oomph to it.
Yeah,
if that makes any
sense.
Don't
feel like proper punches. Like in Smash, when you get hit, you know you got hit.
The controls don't really feel as tight. The sound design is missing floaty, something.
Right?
And in fighting games, I feel like those two aspects are quite important when it comes to that sort of thing.
I know a lot of the Smash lights all have these like really weird like floaty controls, and they just don't feel right.
I hate using the term floaty for a lot of things, but this one does feel.
But it is what it is, though. Yeah. Like, I don't like that term either, but it is. That is the only way I can like describe it. It just doesn't feel.
Doesn't feel as tight. Yeah, there's not a lot of impact to it. Yeah, and there's and of course there's a whole thing where trusted sources have told me that the way to unlock characters is to play them for like a week straight.
That's long.
And that's how you unlock them. And by the time you play them for a week and you unlock them, you're probably already tired of them. And you want to play as someone else, right?
Yeah.
So that sort of defeats the whole purpose of unlocking a character for a whole entire week. And don't even get me started on the prices for costumes. Holy fucking shit. Some of them range in the hundreds.
That's ridiculous.
Which is like, what is this piss take? This is very anti-consumer. Like, for a costume is 100. Like, what are you? No. It's just stuff like that just really turns me off in these sorts of games. It's like it poisons the rest of the game a little bit due to these weird company choices, and I'm just not really a fan of it, and I've chosen to ignore it. Sadly, wasted potential. Definitely, it could have worked, but live service be live servicing. Sadly, unless you're Helldivers 2, and even that went through a lot of drama. But that wasn't due to the live service; it was just companies being pricks as usual. So, so. Good for the people playing multiverses, but I'm just turned off by it, sadly.
Let's I've got some other news.
We've gone all the way back around to companies being scumbags again. It's so hard to avoid.
I've got some other news. Speaking of, I suppose it fits into companies being scumbags. Sonic and Mario at the Olympics is no more because it got sold off to NFTs. Like, it got, like, cancelled for NFTs. Like, NFTs? The Olympic Committee...
I thought we were done with it. I thought they were dying. I thought we were finished.
I tried to wrap my head around this. I was like, the Olympic... It wasn't Sega or Nintendo that cancelled Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. It was the Olympic, like, committee or whatever cancelled it. Because they thought NFTs are the way forward. Yeah. Not Sonic and Mario.
But NFTs have been struggling recently, haven't they?
That's what I mean. Like, they're so out of touch. Like, one of the people in our Discord. I won't like say names or anything. But like one of the people on our Discord said the Olympic Committee is probably like a bunch of 60, like 70-year-olds who are like so out of touch with it, and NFTs are like just coming to fashion for them or something. And so why would they cancel Waluigi like that? It's a shame though. It's a shame. A lot of people like the Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. Games.
I had the very first. Yeah, I played the very first one. Like the very first one, like years ago when I was a kid. And
on the Wii.
Yeah, on the Wii. Yeah, man. Remember like the running races and stuff where Sonic should be blitzing everyone and like. Yeah. Back in the day, those were quality games. It's a shame. That NFTs
ended with Tokyo though, which I guess is kind of fitting. It ends in its home turf, but still. Some other sad news. The Xbox 360 storefront is shutting down forever.
Oh.
So that's another storefront that bites the dust. The actual original storefront is gone now. Because the Xbox 360 storefront's like one of the last like old storefronts.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Gone.
Reduced to items.
Yeah. Astro bought, and it's kind of sad really because the Xbox 360 storefront has games on it that you can't get, like that have not gone anywhere else. There are some like exclusive like what are they called, like indie kind of games that were on there that were specifically like, and they never been brought out again for other.
Gotta go physical now. Shit, that's an end of an era, mate. That's crazy. Do
Yeah.
Xbox still have the little avatars, by the way? You can like buy props for them and shit, remember?
I'm not sure, actually. I haven't had an Xbox in years.
I've not even
You'd
had
have
an
to ask
Xbox
someone in the
ever,
comment
so
section.
I don't know.
Comment section can let us know, because I don't really like stick in with the Xbox like ecosystem, but yeah. Comments
So-
let us know. Did the Xbox still do the avatars?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only like shop that's quote-unquote old that's remaining is PS3, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think that's the only one left now.
Oh,
yeah.
not
And I
one
feel like
now.
that's gonna close.
Yeah. Oh shit, get those old SMT games while you can, ladies and gents, because they're gonna be impossible when that closes down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Astrobot, did you see this? Astrobot's releasing like a PlayStation 5 controller and it looks really cool. It's got like
Oh yeah.
the little eyes on the touchpad thing and it looks like they change, like it changes
me have a
facial
look.
expressions and stuff.
Wait, what?
Astrobot PS5 controller.
Let me have a look
Looks
at it.
really cool.
Oh, the eyes are on the touchpad.
Yeah.
There's a
it's
blink
really-
and shit.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's cute.
I think it's really expensive though. So I just thought that looked really
What
cool.
isn't expensive by Sony nowadays?
So this is something that Miyamoto said in an interview recently in his investors call. He said he wants a big hit game. He believes that Nintendo should have a big hit game every 3 to 5 years, like a big hit. Like,
Okay.
like we're talking like
What, like
20
Zelda,
million.
Mario?
Yeah, like the 20 million sellers.
Okay, well Switch
that's a
2 is
lot.
going to be announced next year, right? So maybe they can announce a big seller then.
Yeah,
Another
I know,
Mario
I know,
Zelda
but
game.
he's
But
like
it's Switch.
predicting it's going to take 3 to 5 years now for one big hit because like obviously as game development has gotten more advanced, it takes longer to make games.
Okay.
And so
But what is
Yeah.
a quote-unquote big hit to him? Out of
well,
curiosity.
he said like a 20 million seller.
Okay, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of units sold.
Yeah, well, I mean Nintendo do sell like their games go like they sell their games like Mario. What was it Mario Kart like 8 Deluxe is like broken records that are unheard of.
I mean, that is the most casual game to end all casuals, no offense, but everyone knows about Mario Kart. People who don't play
But,
video
like,
games
its
play
sales
Mario Kart.
figures, its sales figures are just balmy. Like,
Yeah,
other companies
astronomical.
Wish it could
Yeah, man.
hit, like other companies which yeah, it currently sits at 62.990 million.
What do you reckon? Do you think
Smash
they'll release like
Brothers
another like
Ultimate.
casual like game that people can like get accessibility to the Mario Kart?
Smash Brothers Ultimate currently sits at 34.66 million, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild currently sits at 32.5 million. Oh,
So
and
what do you
Animal
think?
Crossing New Horizons is 45.85 million.
So,
So that's why like Miyamoto is like, yeah, big hit every 3 to 5 years, like how
Yeah.
the Switch has been doing it, sort of thing.
Yeah,
But I mean,
so-
obviously not 3 to 5 years. They had hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna get the same results with Switch 2, but
Who knows?
who knows? Who knows?
So
Yeah. What are you saying?
sorry. Yeah, so what do you think the next point that they should do is just cater to a more wider casual audience, because these games have catered to a wider, more casual audience, like with Animal Crossing and Mario Kart. And Smash Bros is super easy to get into as well, despite it being a very competitive fighting game in a lot of areas as well. So, what do you
Problem
think?
is though, like, obviously 3D Mario is like in there as well, and 2D Mario and stuff. But like, I guess it's gonna be difficult because, like he's saying, like as game development gets more, you know, more advanced, we're moving on. Like when the Switch 2 comes out, the graphics are gonna be better and stuff. But all that comes in the cost of like more development time. And so yeah, games might take longer. Like even Nintendo is like preparing for games to be longer now to come out. But obviously other like the PlayStation 5 and stuff. Look at how many games have actually been released to it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's only been like what, like 5 or 6 games in 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah, the situation of, I think it's a realistic goal every 3 to 5 years. But it makes it a bit sad because it's like, oh man, that just shows like the level of like weight we're gonna be dealing with for like really big like blockbuster games.
Yeah.
Hopefully they still have their like middle tier stuff, you know? I'm hoping they still keep like the middle tier stuff going and not just like focus on really blockbuster games.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
They'll distribute a big game that they want to a wider audience that is accessible and popular to them, hopefully. Like Mario Kart, or like Smash Bros, or maybe even something completely new, which would be nice. But they'll also bring out games like, you know, well, hopefully games like, you know, that are on the same level, like Metroid, and Xenoblade, which are obviously got like a quote-unquote slightly more niche fan base than like the big mainstream ones. That makes any sense, you know? They'll do it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm hoping they like don't put all their eggs in like I don't want it to be like, oh, like because games take so much longer now, more staff members are on like one particular game and they're focusing all their energy on that game and not like releasing like tier stuff.
I mean, look how the Switch opened up, because it opened up with Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, but they also had Mario Kart 8 re-release, and that was kind of like the biggest ones I could think of on release. So as long as they start, and then the Switch, that was like a pretty decent start for the Switch, and then it just built itself a library as months and years went by, and now look at it. Now it's like now anyone pick up a Switch and you play a good game that is for them, right? So as long as they do it that way with the Switch 2, then like I don't see anything wrong with the way they do it. And already, and by the good graces of how well the Switch has done already, I feel like whatever the Switch 2 is going to be, it's definitely going to get a good head start thanks to the popularity of the Switch.
But I don't know if it'll be able to catch lightning in the bottle a second time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it will be as popular as the Switch. It's hard to like...
It might... Do you know what? It might work against it too. Because the Switch is like already like... It feels like a big apex of Nintendo's hardware, right?
Yeah, it's like the Super Nintendo of this generation.
People might be like, oh, well, I've got a Switch, and I already love the Switch, and it's already got a bunch of games, so what's the point of me getting the Switch 2? Unless the Switch 2 allows you to play all the Switch games on it too.
I'm hoping there's backwards compatibility.
I think backwards compatibility will be a really big feather in its cap for it.
It needs to be there.
I feel like that'd be a big one if they do that.
It actually needs to be there, otherwise people are just going to be like... I'm not gonna upgrade or whatever.
Yeah, then again, on the Wii U, could you play Wii games on that?
Yeah, you can play Wii games on Wii U.
And that console flopped fucking abysmally. Again, I think that's... I feel like
marketing though, right?
Backwards compatibility is definitely good, but it definitely needs to have some really cool and new stuff that would entice people to buy the console for the games as well, right?
I feel like the Wii U flopped because of its name as well. A lot of it to do with the name, because I just think people thought it was an extension of the Wii.
I don't think calling it the Switch 2 would actually help Nintendo, in my opinion.
No,
but we'll
probably
see.
not.
I'm not a businessman. This is just an outside perspective. So
yeah, I get that.
We'll see.
Got some pretty cool news here. A little bit of other bits of news here. Sonic Team boss, like the person who's like in charge of Sonic Team, he says before he retires he wants to make a Sonic RPG.
Okay, is that not just Sonic Dark Brotherhood on the Nintendo DS?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, but he didn't make that. He didn't make that.
Okay, all right.
And that was made by BioWare.
BioWare. Yeah.
And that game wasn't that great.
No.
It was a bit rushed. And,
I played it when I was a kid, and
it wasn't that good.
No.
But I would love a real, like, full-on, like, actual, like, thought about, like, big budget Sonic RPG. That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
I don't know how that would work, but I would absolutely be on board for that. So I hope that actually comes to fruition.
Let's hope.
I'm glad it's like on his mind, like I can't retire until there's a Sonic RPG.
Wow, fair enough. Yeah, that could work if you got a good desk behind it. Definitely. I'm up for that.
And one last bit of news. Oh, that did you see that like weird teaser trailer thing that happened for Elmo? I think it was like Nintendo.
What?
It was this weird like teaser they had where it was a guy who had a bag on his head and he was smiling, and like everyone would thought it was like a new IP or whatever, and it turned out it was a new game in the Famicom Detective Club after like 30 years.
Okay.
Like this is a series that's been like it had a remake. It had the like in 2021 there was like a remake, or is it 2020? Sorry, but there was like a remake of Famicom Detective Club. I never played them, but they're like these really good visual novels. But it's got like a new game, and like everyone's like after 30 years. So yeah, they brought back a franchise after 30 years. So that's and the guy who makes who writes Famicom Detective Club is the guy who writes the stories for like Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And there's a new game in that series. But that's really it for all my news, man. That's like everything that happened.
Cool. Yeah, nice one. All right, sweet.
Big, chunky bits of news. All right, let's move on to part 3. We'll be back in a mo.